Greetings everyone, Black Show here. Welcome back to another episode of Medieval 2 Total War. Again, it's been a while since I played it. I'm jumping between several games at certain points in time, sometimes very long, sometimes not. I am planning on trying stainless steel mod, but first, before that, I wanted to, after we did some historical battles, actually play tutorial. Yes, we're gonna go with Battle of Hastings, which is a, again, tutorial battle, and then play the Norman Conquest. And afterwards, I am 50% sure I'm gonna go to stainless steel because there's something about Total War 2, Medieval 2 Total War game that it has like kingdoms, separate executable, separate campaigns, and you can't really activate them from the stainless steel mod. I'm not sure what's the deal with that, but it might turn out that my entrance into the stainless steel mod will be slightly later than expected. But yeah, those are the plans. I don't think Medieval 2 series will be, like, on my channel will be very super long. For various reasons, I think the game is slightly a little bit too old in regards to UI and quality of life stuff, but we'll see.
Following the death of Edward the Confessor, England fell into a bitter power struggle. Harold Godwinson was quick to seize power, though the King of Norway, Harald Hardrada, felt the land his birthright. However, the late Edward had promised the throne to William, the Duke of Normandy, who, with the blessing of the Pope, readied his army for conquest.
Father, word from England. Hardrada lies dead, and his army defeated.
And what of Harold Godwinson?
His victory at Stamford Bridge has strengthened his hold on the throne. Even now, he musters his forces.
Perhaps it is time.
Then what shall I tell the troops is your command?
Tell them we sail for England and conquest.
William's fleet swept across the channel like a mighty tide, landing at Pevensey and amassing to confront Harold's approaching horde at Hastings. This titanic clash would be the decisive battle for the future of the English throne.
My son, remember this day, and remember this moment, for after this battle, these lands will be ours.
And rightfully so, Father. It is time. His men are ragged from the journey.
Very well. Rufus, prepare your men for battle.
Hastings, 1066. The Saxon King Harold takes up a strong defensive position on Caldbeck Hill. His men form the legendary Saxon Shield Wall, blocking the road to London and forcing a frontal attack from the Normans. William waits patiently with ranks of archers, infantry and cavalry, ready to launch a three-waved attack. He has archers to weaken the shield wall from afar. spearmen to engage the enemy in close combat, and cavalry to drive through the enemy and run down deserters. William gives his order for the first wave.
Missiles! Attack!
His archers raise their bows and fire into the shield wall. The battle for the English throne begins.
Units, move out!
William's favored son, Rufus, moves into position to guard the rear of the Norman army and awaits his father's call to battle.
Well met, Commander. I am Sir Robert, your military advisor. I will watch your actions on the battlefield and guide you to glory. Follow my instructions, and we will crush these Saxon dogs. Your father, Duke William, wishes your troops to guard the rear of his army and wait for his call to battle. Keep a watchful eye for any Saxons that hope to ambush our army. This is Rufus, your general on the battlefield. He is accompanied by an entourage of the finest Norman knights. Left-click on his unit to select them now. Your general is your most important unit. He commands your armies on the battlefield, giving them strength and courage to fight. When he is lost, your battle is lost. Remember, you must keep Rufus alive to conquer the Saxons. You can move your armies around by right-clicking where you want them to go. Right-click on the highlighted area to move Rufus there. You will notice that your general has moved, but your view has not. Use the number pad on the keyboard to move your view of the battlefield. 5 and 2 will move it forward and back.
For fuck's sake.
4 and 6 will move it sideways.
I forgot.
And 1 and 3 will rotate your view. Move your view now so that Rufus is centered. You can zoom in and out and tilt your view by using the mouse wheel. You can also move your view by pushing the mouse to the edge of the screen. The panel at the bottom of the screen shows a map of the battlefield, an indicator of your progress in the battle, controls for the pace of the battle, your general and troops, as well as options and commands for your selected forces. You can also select your units by left-clicking on their character. Double left-clicking on a unit card centers your view on that. To get your unit somewhere quickly, double right-click on a location. Order your cavalry to run by double right-clicking on the highlighted area. You can change your unit's speed of movement by pressing the Unit Speed toggle button on the bottom right panel. Sometimes it is necessary to run on the battlefield. However, making your troops run too often will tire them out quickly. Order your troops to march long distances and only run when you can press the Stop Current Orders button on the bottom right. You can easily select all your units on the battlefield by pressing Control. Now that all your units are selected and awaiting your orders, move them to the highlighted area. You can order your units to move into formation by holding down the right mouse button and dragging out a line on the terrain where you want them to move.
Units, march! Units, march! Units, double time!
Each of your units proudly bears the Norman banner. You can easily recognize your men on the battlefield by this banner. Different types of units have differently shaped banners. You can also select a unit by clicking on their banner.
Archers! Spearmen! General!
You can easily deselect your selected units by pressing Enter. Try this now. Some Saxon reinforcements have arrived. You must stop them from crossing the river and flanking the Norman army. Use your archers first, so you can weaken the Saxon infantry as they move your mouse cursor over the approaching Saxons and right-click to attack. When your archers are firing on the enemy, a bow and arrow icon appears on the top left of their unit card. When you order your archers to fire, they will move into range and then attack.
Move out! Move!
Your armored sergeants are your best melee fighters. Select these spearmen now and attack the Saxons. To attack, mouse over the Saxons and right-click when your cursor changes to a sword.
Charge! Archers! Attack! Knights!
If your archers fire on a unit that is in melee with your own unit, your unit will take friendly fire from your archers. Select your archers and press the Halt button to stop them firing. You can zoom in on the action by using the mouse wheel. Try zooming in on your infantry now to see your men in the heat of battle. While your units are engaging the enemy, move your mouse cursor over your units or the enemy units for feedback on their status. You can find out who is winning and how each unit is faring. Now select your cavalry and double right-click on the enemy to run them down. Using your cavalry to stampede archers and infantry is a useful tactic.
Attack! Knights! Attack! Quickly! Assemble the men!
William has called for you to join the main battle. The end of the battle is at hand, and the next few moments will determine the fate of England. First, you need to move your army into the main battle. Press Ctrl-A to select all your units, or hold down Ctrl and click each unit card. Then right-click on the far side of the crossing to move your units there. When you have ordered your troops to move a long distance, you can increase the game speed to get them into position faster. Set the battle to the highest speed now by clicking the faster button twice.
Units, march!
When your troops are nearing their destination, press the slower button twice to return the battle to normal speed. Otherwise, you might miss important events in the battle.
Units, double time! Units, double time!
William has given the order for your troops to fall into line with the rest of the Norman army. First, order your archers into the front row. Now order your spearmen to move into the second row.
Onward! Shifting!
Then move your cavalry into the third row.
Knights! Onward!
Now order your general to fall in behind your troops.
Forward!
The battle is now paused. You can pause the battle at any time and issue orders to your troops. When you resume the battle, they will carry out your orders. Press the play button when you are ready to resume the battle. Now is a good time to use the speed controls to move your troops into position faster. Set the battle to the highest speed now and back to normal speed when they're almost in position. Some of William's army have broken away and are fleeing. Units rout on the battlefield when their morale becomes very low. Morale decreases when units become tired, when their chance of success is low, or if the general dies. The Saxon peasants have broken rank and are charging at us. They have seen our fleeing men and have made themselves vulnerable. Now is the time to attack. William has ordered all archers to fire at the approaching peasants. Select your archers and fire at the nearest peasants. Your fine Norman archers will make short work of these peasants. Use your archers to fire on enemies as they approach, but remember, not to engage them in melee. Now run your armored sergeants in to finish off those peasants. These spearmen are highly skilled in melee and are well suited to close combat. Remember to stop your archers firing on the enemy, or your spearmen will suffer unnecessary casualties. Without the peasants, the Saxon shield wall is broken and their position is weak. Order your archers to fire into the Saxon infantry now.
Attack! Spearman, move out! We await your
Yeah, I need to activate the unlimited health just in case.
Archers!
King Harold has been caught by an arrow. The Saxon king is slain. His men have lost hope and they are fleeing.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor.
Use your cavalry to chase down the routing troops. Your cavalry are fast and will catch the infantry easily.
Oh, maybe
The
not.
fewer men you leave alive, the fewer you will have to deal with later.
Spearmen! Archers! Attack, spearmen! Advance!
The small map on the bottom left of the screen shows the location of all the units in the battle. You can use this map to easily locate your men and the enemy. Your units are green, allied units are blue, and enemy units are red. You can double left-click a location on the map to move your view there immediately. Harold's most brave and loyal troops, his Huskarls, are still standing to fight. Help William finish them off and be done with this bloody day.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Archers! Charge! Spearmen, march! General! Advance units, move! Spearmen! Forward!
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
Oh, probably because me using the unlimited health trainer probably fucks up here.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
We're under attack!
Bravo, my lord! You have slain King Harold and sent these Saxons running for their worthless lives. You can review your men's performance in the battle here before moving on with your campaign to seize England.
Alright, so now we have the Norman conquest.
Greetings, sire. I am Lady Gwendolen. I will guide you on expanding and managing your empire. Your Normans achieved a mighty victory at Hastings. Now you must lead William the Conqueror to claim the English throne. Follow my instructions and we will lead the Normans to glory. To continue, left-click on my portrait. You are now viewing England on the campaign map. Here you will build cities, raise armies, and move them to attack your enemies. Parts of the map you have not yet explored are shrouded in darkness. As you move your armies further afield, more of the map will be revealed to you. You can move your view of the campaign map with the keypad and zoom in and out by using the mouse wheel. Try this. You will notice that you cannot move past England. You are restricted to England for now, but once your Norman forces have taken control, you will be ready to wage total war on the rest of Europe and beyond. The campaign progresses in turns. Each turn there is a limit to the distance your characters can move and the troops you can recruit. Your agents can only carry out one mission per turn, and each of your buildings takes a certain number of turns to construct. Rufus is one of your generals and son of William the Conqueror. If William's campaign to seize the English throne is successful, Rufus will one day be there. The highlighted area around your army shows where they can move this turn. You can move your army by right-clicking anywhere in this area. Right-click on the highlighted position to move Rufus there.
With honor, sire.
The panel at the bottom of the screen gives you information about your armies and settlements. The panel on the right has buttons for construction, recruitment, ending your turn, and viewing information on your faction and progress. The character cards in the bottom panel of the screen show the units that make up your army. The card on the left belongs to your general. The other cards belong to the units in your army. You can right-click on any card to find out more information about that unit. Right-click on Rufus's character card now for detailed information about. This scroll shows you the details of your general. You can view the details of any character in the same way. A character's attributes impact on how well they will do their job. Close the scroll when you're ready by left-clicking the Close button on the bottom right. A rebel army has appeared near Caen. Caen is undefended, and you will need to reinforce it quickly, or you will lose it. William the Conqueror's next goal is to take over England. Before you do this, you will need to move Rufus back to Normandy to fortify Caen. Select Rufus and right-click on the nearby fleet to board it.
Hail, my king! I'm afraid not, my liege.
Ships ready.
Hail, my king! I'm afraid not, my liege.
Aye, sire.
Hail, my king!
Fleet.
Hail, my king!
Are you serious?
Hail, my king! I'm afraid not, my liege.
Aye, sire.
Hail, my king! I'm afraid not, my liege. I'm afraid not, my liege. I'm afraid not, my liege.
What the fuck?
I'm afraid not, my liege. I'm afraid not, my liege. I'm afraid not, my liege.
Oh, wait. I know what happened. The unlimited movement. So, hold on. Although I'm not sure if that will quit or... Huh, hopefully it didn't quit the entire game.
Greetings, sire. I am Lady... You are now viewing England on the campaign map. You can move your view of the campaign map with the key. You will notice that you cannot move. The campaign progresses in... Rufus is one of your generals, and Sun, the highlighted area around your army, shows where they can move this turn. You can move your army by right-clicking anywhere in this area. Right-click on the highlight. The panel at the bottom of the screen gives you information about your armies and set. The character cards in the bottom panel of the screen show the units that make up your army. This scroll shows you the details of your general. A rebel army has appeared near. William the Conqueror's next goal is to take over England. Before you do, select Rufus and right-click on the nearby fleet to board it.
Hail, my king!
Fleet ready, sire. Yes, sir. Full sails.
Hail, my king! I'm afraid not, my liege.
Ships
Okay, so
ready.
something is fucked. Like, are you serious? Are you legit serious? Okay, never mind, I'm not gonna bother with this. I thought my unlimited movement sheet has screwed it up, but... Or I don't know, maybe playing the tutorial the way I did screwed up like this. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care. I'm gonna get the game. Fuck it, we're gonna do it live and while playing the regular campaign. So I think with stainless steel, we're definitely gonna be playing the Central cities. I don't know. Wait, actually, basic game doesn't allow you to have like playing as Poland, so that's why we're using stainless steel. But then there was the Kingdoms game, the like expansion pack that changed that fact. So that's where we're gonna be going next. Playing Medieval 2 Kingdoms expansion pack. At the very least, once or twice. We'll see. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this particular episode, and I will see you guys next time. Later.